We good?
We good.
All right.
All right.
All right. Timeout, timeout. You know what I'm saying? It's August 10th. You know what I'm saying? We here after a week that we missed. Sorry about that. You know what I'm saying? There was a little verses going on. I'm Luna Goon. This is Timeout. To my right
It's your boy Coop. What's going on?
and to my left.
Got your brother P.
You know, this is Timeout. You see this. Thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, tell a friend. First couple minutes here, we're gonna do some positivity. I've been in a great mood, you know what I'm saying? Things going good. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be positive, stop the negativity. And we just gonna start it out right. So, cool. What'd you do this weekend?
Well, want to give my partner Pat a shout out. Celebrated his 50th birthday, and
Happy
because of
birthday.
definitely for him, but because of the pandemic, you had to push things back, so it was it wasn't at the time of his actual birthday. It was almost a year later because of the pandemic. It shut a lot of things down, but we was able to come out. It was more like a family reunion, you know what I mean? But definitely had a good time doing that at the Vitro Lounge. So that was my weekend
That's
pretty
what
much.
I posted this weekend.
Yeah. It was
That's
definitely a
what's up.
nice
That shit
event.
look lit. That's what's up.
Yeah, I was with Coop, I was at. Shout out to my brother Pat. Happy birthday. He was out at the what is it called? The Vitro.
Vitro, yeah,
Vitro Lounge.
over at
Yeah, it was
Howard Beach.
popping, man. We all was out there. It was like a little reunion. All the people that we grew up with in Queens came out, and we had family members come from North Carolina,
Florida,
from Florida,
Jersey.
Jersey.
Yeah.
It's
You
good
name
to
it.
see, have family around.
And we went out there and we just we just celebrated life and had a good
Yeah.
time. It's been a while, since we all got together because of the pandemic.
Word.
Now, let me ask you guys something. Since you guys had that weekend, do you feel like that's something you guys need to do more?
Yeah.
Just getting together.
Yo, I asked him. Now it's funny you say that because
Definitely.
Pat was like, "Yo, he and his lady they he spent a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Because the event, first of all, it was a rooftop. You know what I'm saying? It was open bar. It was food. You know what I mean? DJ. Pretty much you didn't have to worry about anything, man. You came out, you ate, you drank. You know what I'm saying? You danced. You had good music, good people. So that's something that what I'm saying, we all need to do more often, you know what I'm saying? And just be around friends. Also, matter of fact, shout out to my man, Chris Dusty. He celebrated his grandmother's birthday. She turned 100.
Ooh,
Celebrated that on Sunday. So definitely shout out to him
boy.
and his grandmother, But yeah,
That's
he
a
had a nice
blessing.
event. Yeah, he had his daughter was in the house. You know what I mean? I was rapping with him too. So that's definitely something we need to do.
Yeah, definitely. We gotta keep in
Not
tune.
come together, for funerals and things like on a on
Somebody
a
sick or something.
yeah,
you know
something
what
on
I'm
a
saying?
down
When it's too late.
note, right? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely. We gotta definitely get a basketball game in. You know what I'm saying? Cook out on the beach, something, cause is shit. We all we got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially now, the summer's about to come to an end, so you better enjoy these last couple of
And
weeks.
hopefully they don't shut us down again. Shoot.
Well, they just finished mandating masks in New York City. I don't know if it includes Suffolk County.
September, right?
No, now. I think I was
Last
seeing on
week they
television.
started.
I think I was watching television before we came here, and it was
I went to go join the gym. They told me I had to be fully vaccinated.
By when?
That started last week. I went to I deal with UPS.
In Long Island?
Yeah, I go
Yeah.
to UPS. They told me that Monday there was no sign when I walked in to go drop a package off. That Tuesday last week I walked in. They had signs on there, and the guy told me yeah, next time you come over here, have a mask on. You gotta be 6 feet apart from other people because it's a federal building. So for federal and working out in transportation and stuff like that. So
Oh, okay.
it's starting to get there because they're saying it's starting to increase in certain areas. So they're gonna start shutting down in the areas where New York, Florida.
Right.
well, they're talking about this new strain,
Yeah,
the Delta.
Yeah.
So I've been putting my mask on lately, even though I got vaccinated,
yeah.
because they say you can still catch the virus and be a carrier and pass it on without even getting sick. So
Right.
being that I have a child at home that lives with me, you know, and a dog.
And older people too.
Well, my mother-in-law, she got vaccinated. My wife got vaccinated.
Yeah,
So-
but it's better safe than sorry. You know what I'm
So
saying? 'Cause
I've been like lately going in the stores. I've been putting my mask back on. I've been wearing masks at work lately. You know, a lot of people around me not even wearing masks, but I just choose to wear one because I'm just thinking about the safety of my daughter. If it helps or not, I just don't know. It's a big question mark up there. So I don't want to risk anything, you know, because there's a lot of rumors and you don't know what to believe.
Well, y'all been vaccinated though, right?
no,
And I have, yeah.
I have. And the reason why, because I want to have children. That's like this is the point in my life where I'm at, where me and my girl be talking like we want to have kids and stuff, but the risk. Some women are infertile after getting a shot. Like this is like a lot of things going on. We don't know, and you cannot sue once you sign for these shots because the FDA is not liable for whatever happens after you get the shot. So you might be one out of a million that get the shot and be paralyzed for the rest of your life, or God forbid. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know. So that's why it's like a lot of people's religion and all type of stuff is different. I read something today where a dude got ordered by the judge because he's on probation. He had to get the shot. And it's like, can they even do that? Like, I know Walmart is trying to get their management to get shots, and it's just like, it's a big question. A lot of it goes on religion and all.
Let me ask you a
type of
question
stuff.
though. Have you been being that you didn't get your shot? Do you practice social distance?
Yes, I do that. Like even when it goes to smoking with somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like even when I go to like, cause I had COVID before, and I didn't know because I had to go get an MRI for my back, and to go to the doctor nowadays you have to have a COVID test. I went and got one. Next thing I know, I got a call while I'm at work. Hey, yeah, you tested positive. I had to go outside, let my job know. I didn't even know I had it. My girl went and get tested, all that shit. She didn't catch it. I know another person. His girl had
Your
it.
girl didn't catch it at all?
No,
Never?
and that's why I'm looking at.
Did she
this
ever
shit
catch
like,
it though? Did she ever have it since y'all been?
No, at
Okay.
all. And she gets tested. She has to. So that's why I'm just like, it's funny how this thing works because we know somebody that said they had it and they went and got retested and then they said they didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? Now they're making it to it like I want to go on vacation. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna have to have it. I want to go to Jamaica.
They're not letting you go on vacation without getting vaccinated?
No, coming back into the U.S., if you go international, you gotta get a test done 3 days prior to you returning.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so leaving out.
If you're trying to
you're
have
fine.
kids and you're saying that if they vaccinate you, it lowers your chance of having a baby. You know what I'm saying? If I want to have a baby, I would just social distance and chill out, and then I'll try to have a kid, and then maybe after I'll get vaccinated.
Yeah, and if you somebody who don't want kids, you're gonna get.
But
the
don't just get
vaccination.
vaccinated because you feel like. Don't get vaccinated because you want to go on vacation. Don't get vaccinated because you want to go on vacation.
Yo, give me that.
Like, he like, I want to go to Cancun. Like, I want to go to Jamaica. Like, all right, give me the shot. I'm ready.
Yo,
Yeah, this is what's coming down to. Like even for like football and basketball players, like how do y'all feel like what? I know you're gonna have to get it to go even attend a game, but even for the football players themselves and players, like
I feel like it's to each his own. You know, I
but
feel like if
they probably have them. They have to get mandated. You know what I'm saying? You in a locker room, you sweating.
no, I don't think they mandated to get it, but they trying to make them get it. And if you don't get it, and if you get, I guess if you get sick, and your team don't play, they're not gonna pay you, or they're not gonna pay the opposing team. So they're making like some crazy harsh rules for the people who don't get vaccinated.
well, I think
In the
one
NFL.
guy that was coaching on the Vikings, he actually lost his job because he declined
Yeah.
to get the vaccination.
Yeah, what was it? The assistant coach or something?
Yeah, like
that?
assistant coach or something like that. But still, like it's coming down to that.
I feel it should be your decision if you want to get vaccinated or not. You know, just I you know, that's how I feel.
But now saying this because you
I got vaccinated.
Yeah, both of you guys were vaccinated, right? So now seeing that you guys were vaccinated, but now you got to go back to wearing a mask. Like, how do you feel about that? Because I see people online, like, especially a lot of Caucasian people, they're
You know,
getting mad. They're
of
like,
course.
they're having these protests, like, anti-mask.
Of course, you don't want to walk around with a mask. You know what I'm saying? Like itchy, hurting your ears.
yeah,
but at
but-
the same time, it's like there's a virus out there that, you know, I don't know who to believe. That's me. I don't know who to believe.
But what you do is
The news.
you
I don't
wear that
believe
in
my
public
friends. You know,
places.
everybody knows. I'm like, you know something? I'm just gonna stay safe and stay away. You know what I'm saying? Until it rolls over.
Yeah,
That's
why
it.
I wear it.
I
in
don't know what
public
to believe.
places. When you around a large group of people and you don't know who's not, you know what I mean? You have to say, yo, listen, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna put it on when I go into a public place. If they require a mask, I'll put it on. But when I'm in my car, when I'm at home, when I'm around people that I've been around.
But I don't mean to cut you off. You can finish. People riding around in their car by themselves with their windows up and a mask on. Please take your mask off, man. I'm tired of being on the road with gloves and a mask on. No one in the car with them. Like, yo, what's going on? I be like, what the hell is going on? They windows up. They have the mask on. They got gloves on. They, 2 hands on the steering wheel. I'm like, yo.
Yo, and you know how that shit makes you feel like as far as like breathing?
The mask.
Yeah, when you're wearing that mask,
showing
like,
your breath.
Yo, and it's and you know, like with the temperature, like we supposed to have like a heat wave going on for the rest of this week. And you're wearing that mask, and it's like harder to breathe, and you like it's like it puts a strain on your breath. That's why I can't wear that all the time.
How is it when you work out?
I don't wear it no more.
I think they got a sports mask now. They made.
Well, yeah, Under Armour had one. I didn't.
Oh, you got it?
Nah. Oh. I was just using the regular, you know.
You know anybody who used it?
I mean, I see dudes in there that, you know, I'm looking like, yo, they got Under Armour. I see them with cotton, but yo, I just take it down, and they have to come like, sir, can you put it back? I'm like, all right, and as soon as they leave, yo, I pull it back down because I can't. You can't breathe like that, yo. I'm doing a treadmill with the mask on, you know what I'm saying? Or you doing something like some high intense cardio or some.
Yeah, as soon as you put your as soon as you put your guards down. It seems like, yo, shit is getting.
Yeah.
The numbers are going back up.
Yeah, they're supposed to have summer jam.
People are getting sick.
Like,
kids are getting sick.
They're gonna be canceling them large events like that. You know what I'm saying?
They're starting to get there. That's why I'm just like, we definitely.
No, they're not gonna cancel. I think they're not gonna. If you're not vaccinated.
Yeah, they're not gonna let you.
They're not gonna let you in if you're not vaccinated.
And then you're gonna get these people doing these fake ones.
I think they done with
Word up! Shout out to the
money go.
Shout out to the scammers and
oh man.
Yeah, the PPP motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yo, the other day my man hit me up and I was talking to him. I was like, yo, you know, you got vaccinated? He's like, nah. He's like, yo, son. He said, yo, you know, dudes got that in the hood. I'm like, what you talking about? He said, yo, they got the cards. I'm like, they got the cards? How they got the cards? I was like, yo, don't that shit have to be in the system? Yo, they working on that. I said, yo, New York, kid. Yo, New York.
I come give you a shot right now.
Yo, but it's just crazy that, yo, they can even like, you know what I'm saying, like do that, like.
I'm like, but you already know how it is.
Anything nowadays.
You already know how it is.
But yeah, all right. So yeah, we in 12 minutes on this. So the biggest thing that's been going around, the realtor that was on the black realtor showing a house to another black man and his young son that was 15 years old.
This was out in Wyoming, right?
Wyoming, Michigan, they said. I was kind of confused. I had to re-look over it. It's like 2 different states. But basically, this man was the realtor, black man, showing another black man and his son a house. And in the midst of him doing that, a neighbor called the police.
What kind of neighborhood was this?
It had to be white. Basically, they called the police and said there's an empty house next door that I know is empty, which it could have been a staged house. You know how they usually do when you retail and buy a house, they stage it.
Right.
And they were in there showing the house.
It wasn't abandoned.
It wasn't abandoned. This guy, realtor, he has a license, everything. Neighbor called the police, and the police come, order them out the house, guns drawn.
They didn't ask to see any identification.
Nothing until after they were all handcuffed, even the young man. The father even said, when he got time to speak, was like, I had to make sure I walked in front of my child just in case they started shooting. Because that was what the one thing that was on his mind, right?
Oh, one of the guys I was looking at the house.
Yeah, the guy, the father of the son, the 15-year-old. That was what his worry was. And the guns were drawn, and basically their excuse was there was some break-ins in the area. So that's why the lady called the police. Now, I'm not sure if the lady is white or not. My whole thing is, do you guys feel like there should be a crime towards people that call the police intentionally like that? Like,
but I think those people can sue the police for harassment, right? For like, you know, like I'm doing my job and you just come out here and have me. When I watched the video, the police officer said that the neighbor called the cops and
Yeah.
there was a break-in in the same house a couple of weeks ago, and it looked like the same vehicle was parked outside with people in the house.
But it start with
I'm
the
like,
not.
yo, excuses.
It start with that dispatcher. Like they supposed to, when they're was taking the call, to get all of the information. Why do you think there's a crime? Oh, these people over here, there was break-ins. Okay. How are they dressed? Like, do you see them? Like, are they in all black? They in like regular? No. Oh, he's dressed. He's in a suit. Okay. So now, when the police come, they know the guy's in a suit, but he's breaking in. You know what I'm saying? And then when you approach the scene, like, you should want to question, like, you know what I'm saying? Your job is to protect and serve, not coming because they said, oh, there's some black guys. Like, okay, so what? They're black. You know what I mean? They could have been. Would the same thing have happened if they were white? You know what I'm saying?
Or Oriental, or
yeah, or any other race.
And it was sad, they had them come out one by one. Like they was like robbing a bank or something. I was like, this shit is crazy.
I just feel like sometimes the police need that training.
Use common sense, yo.
Yeah, like, to be honest, my last resort is gonna be trying to kill somebody. There's been situations I had to try to defuse without any type of weapons. And it's just like, you gotta get involved, like, yo, my brother, think about what you're doing. Chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a situation, the police, their first instinct is don't even know what the hell the situation is. And just be like, pull the gun out. And you could point at somebody and be like, he did it. And they're gonna go after them. And it's just, I think they just need to show up on the scene different, or go through different scenarios.
They ain't just gotta always pull up and just pull out the gun and just be like on a loudspeaker talking about, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
they should be trying to defuse anything.
And I was kind of mad at the dude who shook the policeman's hand at the end. I was like, yo, man, I would have been so upset. I guess he was I don't know if he was the realtor or if it was the person behind. I don't know who he was.
I think it was the realtor, but.
And it was just like they the police was apologizing. It was like, okay, and they shook their hand, and I would have been flipping straight up.
Yeah, but
because it's straight up discrimination.
But
and that's what it is.
There's a lot of people that think different when it comes to this type of situation. Cause I don't know.
Those are the people that had never been in those type of situations, and outside
I just got pulled over a week ago going to work. I leave work an hour early because of situations like that. Got pulled over. And I had a family member. I didn't even know. I was trying to figure out how my dad knew, because he called me as I got let go. Like, you got pulled over. I'm like, how you know? He's like, I got eyes everywhere. It was a family member that saw it. And he circled around, but he was like, I was a little out of it, so I couldn't stop because they would have arrested me. But he called my pops, like, yo, check on him. They pulled me over. 2 cops. As soon as I drove right by them, they looked at me and jumped out in traffic.
Where are you driving?
I was driving past this Central Islip train station.
Mm-hmm.
So
you was by yourself?
No, I was with my girl.
Oh, okay.
So I'm driving. I passed the Cisco station. Just stopped at 7-Eleven, got me a coffee.
So hold on. They following you this whole time?
Nah. As soon as I passed by the train station,
mm-hmm.
I looked over. It's like I'm a gazelle and they're a lion on a fucking mountain looking, and I seen them like.
And you looked at, what made them put?
I looked at over a little. No, I'm looking at the corner of my eye like, oh shit. And as soon as I drove by the street on the intersection, they were sitting there waiting. They just flew out, and the way they came out in traffic and was dodging other cars, I'm like, they're coming right for me. My girl's like, no, they're not. I'm like, yeah, they are, cause I already know this shit. As soon as I seen the lights. Pull over. My girl's like, take your wallet out. I'm like,
now, let me ask you a question, though.
Me over. Wait till he comes up to the car and tell me what to do.
No, but did you ask him, why did you pull me over, officer?
He was like, the registration is expired.
Was the registration expired?
I think it had like a couple days before it did.
Was it after a couple days after or before?
He just seen.
It was a couple days before, or was it after?
Their system?
Detectives, they got detect, right?
Yeah, they got detectives, but
you can ride past and it can. Cause I got stopped one time. This was a little while ago.
Technology is crazy now, bro.
On the southern state actually, right? No, the Sagicos, and when he pulled me over, he was like, yo, and I showed him all my paperwork, and I was like, nah, that's incorrect. Like, they must not have updated it. So while we there, cars are riding past, and you see, doo-doo,
Oh, you
like,
hear it? On
yeah, like it's beeping, like it flashes red.
Yo,
like
he,
it
so he
shows the
basically
car.
could pull anybody over.
Because I was at the window and I'm sitting there.
Wow.
He was like, yeah. And I was like, I don't understand. I was like, yo, I took care of it. He was like, yeah. He said, listen, I would call, check such and such. But as cars are passing, he's like, look, he's showing me like on the screen, like it's like as the cars are going past, they're like the plate was blinking red.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably what happened when he rolled past. It already had it in the system.
But this is
that's why they ride up behind you and they, like they run your plates.
Yeah, they ran up, like came up, pulled over.
Ran your plates probably.
They come up, touch the back.
Well,
of
not
the car.
probably.
They touch the back of the car, both sides, boom, boom.
He touched the back of both sides of the car.
They both had to touch the car. So if you speed off and something happens, shoot out, their handprint is on the back of the car. Just in case anything happens. That's the first thing they do when they walk up to the back of your car, touch the back by the back.
What you got?
Yeah, nah, like I'm waiting to see somebody do a video like that, but that's what they do.
I ain't know that.
They both walked up, touched the back of the car. I had my hands on the steering wheel. My girl's like, yo, like, get your wallet out. I'm like, I'm gonna wait till you come up to the car and tell me what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That happened. Basically,
she should know better.
He even said anything.
She should definitely know better.
Sitting there, like
yo, get the wallet.
She's never really been through no shit like that before.
So she didn't.
She never been pulled over like that.
No, like as a man, like
she never been pulled over.
With me and her, every time I like, all right, let me finish the story because this is what ended up happening. You could tell who's the head cop, the driver. He comes up to my side. The other young rookie cop is on my girl's side. He's like, where you coming from? I'm like, I'm coming from home. I'm on my way to work. Where do you work? I told him where I work. He's like, is this your car? I said, no, this is my girl's car. It's in her name. And I didn't even get to that part. He's like, he bent down. He's like, is the car in your name? She's like, yes. All right. He looks over at the registration, make sure everything's legit. He's like, the reason why we pulled you over is because we're just making sure this is not expired already. You got a couple days. Let me see your, like, you have a license and everything. Boom, I get my license. My license reads my parents' house. He's like, do you live here? I'm like, nah, I just leave all my important information there. Like, you know what I'm saying? If anything, I know where to get my information at. All right. You know what I'm saying? The other cops told my girl, because, she does a lot of shit for the government and all that. So she pulled her PBA card out and let them know, like, this is what I do for the community. The rookie cop, as the other cops walking off, he's like, oh, you know so-and-so? Oh, I know them too. Wow, that's crazy. Like, how do you know him? Like, that's crazy. Like, I really know this guy. So you can see them like, yeah, da-da-da-da. The other cop starts going back to the car, and I see him in the rear view, come back to the car, comes up to the rookie instead of giving me my shit back. Goes up and, like, gives him this, like, look, like, stop conversating with her, and looks at my girl, like, make sure you fix that, and hands my license to my girl to hand to me, and they walk off. So I'm like, they were being an ass, but you could see him hearing that conversation, walking back to the car. He heard him turn around, like, why are you having this conversation with her? Like, I could, like, I try to explain that to my girl, but I'm just like, the way they work, that cop had to be like 23, 24, young little kid. Mm-hmm. And he was just cool with it.
This was Suffolk County or?
Suffolk County, yeah. And it was riding around in the SUV joints. Usually that's like a lieutenant showing a younger dude the ropes.
Showing him how not to be.
Yeah, that's why I got that whole vibe from him. Like, oh, like you didn't even go back to run my fucking license, motherfucker. Like you in the midst of you walking back, hear that conversation and turn back around and go right to him.
Same thing happened to me similar. Like, I want to say like a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, about a couple of weeks ago, right? So my boy James came up. He drive like the tractor trailers.
I just want to knock on wood because I don't be getting pulled over like that.
But yo, this is what I'm saying. Like that hasn't happened, and I couldn't even tell you. He comes up, he got the big 18-wheeler, right? Mm-hmm. So he's like, yo, you can't park that anywhere. So we go to Green Acres, parks it in a lot, where all of the trucks at, and by Home Depot, whatever. So it's him, his cousin, and myself. So we there, it's like around like 9 o'clock. We talking, just out there, just having an in-depth conversation. And meanwhile, while we talking about the trucks or whatever, we look across where BJ's is at, and there's 2 cops there, 2 Suffolk County, right? So they, park the opposite way so they can talk to each other. So we sitting there, we got to be there like about an hour. We just talking about anything, you know what I'm saying? So then we like, yo, let's cut out. Let's go get something to eat. So I'm like, all right. So we jump in the car. So his cousin is driving, boom, and then I'm behind him, and my boy James is with me. So we come to the light. Yo, the cops they break up, right? So they come.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, so my boy makes a left, and I'm coming behind him, and the cop is straight. He goes like this. He goes straight, and then he makes like a late turn. Then he's driving. So I'm like, he's behind me, right? So he driving, he pulls up close, and then after that, he makes a U-turn. So we go to the light, right by Best Buy, about to come out on Sunrise. Then he went back. Then he made another U-turn, and as we going up, he's like,
That's what the cops doing?
yeah, that's what he did to me.
It's like circle.
Then he pulled me over. He was like, yo, yeah, you know the reason why I pulled you over? I'm like, no. He's like, yo, where you get the car? I'm like,
Where you get the car?
yeah, where'd you get the car? Because
Man, bro.
The temp tags on it, right? So I'm like,
Okay,
yo,
I got you
it.
now.
Well, so I give him my ID. So he sees like, yo, he sees my badge, he sees my my ID, and then he was like, oh, he's like, you a union guy? One of them, you know what I'm saying? Just like, oh, you know so and so. So we're like, yeah. He said, oh, you know, I'm not gonna do nothing. So I'm sitting there looking at my man like,
You one of us.
yeah.
You like, yeah.
So I get out. He's like, yo, can you get out of the car? So I get out.
Then he make you get out the V.
Yeah, then I came
After
to the
all of
back.
that?
Then they talking to me, and then they saying whatever, yo, the plate this, that, and other, yo, whatever. So then I get back in the car, and then I leave. But they ain't do nothing. But I'm just like, yo, I'm watching.
How long they actually held you there? Held you up?
Like 10 minutes, just talking my
bro.
off, and I was like, yo, the whole time they sitting across the lot looking. Like if you wanted to say something, you could have just came over. So as soon as we leave, that's when y'all finish. That means they were sitting there the whole time, like that whole hour. We ain't even pay them no mind. We having a conversation, and then they just did that. But like, yo, sometimes they feel like, yo, they could get lucky. They might catch somebody out there, or they just like, all right, it might be legit. Like they think they got a reason, but yo, you give them everything is on point. They can't do nothing to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
Majority of the time,
Mm-hmm.
except for if he's having a bad day, you know how they want to talk to you anyway, give you demands,
Yeah.
scream at you.
They. I gotta say, like they was good, but I was just like, yo, it's too late for this.
Yeah, sometimes like it's not the day for it. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder if they sit back in the car after all that shit. They feel like, yo, or they be like, nah, let's get the next victim.
They probably like that.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, do
Yeah.
you pull somebody over and you in their mind
The
they
next
feeling like,
one-
yo, we
the
got
next
one
one
right
might
now. It's
get
like them like they fishing.
Yeah.
That's how you think they just fishing, right? Like, yo, pick and choose.
Like, yeah, let's see.
Let's see
You know what
which
I'm
one we
saying?
get today.
It's like 4 of them in the car. Somebody gotta be dirty.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Something. Well, they just trying their luck, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, that was a shame about that realtor though. That's
Yeah, nah, it's just, you know what? I wouldn't even want to move in that area knowing that you got neighbors like that calling.
yeah.
I just
And the
not
sad
know.
thing is that you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't hear about white folks. That shit don't happen to white people, man. I'm just being honest, Like, every time you hear about something going down like that, it's always somebody's our color, the color of our skin. And that shit gotta stop, man, because at the end of the day, we human. We want to live in a nice house.
Yeah,
we want to
wanna
stay in a
move out
nice
the hood,
neighborhood.
better community, better
Like, yo,
schooling.
stop judging all the time.
It's just that's
know,
why
now-
I feel like sorry to cut you off. I feel like most times when these police calls are made, you gotta look at the person that made that call. Like, what was your intention on this? And actually maybe state why you're making this phone call. They look suspicious. How?
You
'Cause
trying
they're black?
You trying to leave the hood to go find?
Like that shit be killing me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what
They
I'm saying?
sitting in the window
it
looking
could've
like
been
just nosy. You
Not
know
to
what I'm saying?
be like on some funny Spanish shit, like racist, but that could have been a Spanish person robbing their house, acting like he cutting the grass, and you want to fucking know, because it want to look
Yeah.
suspicious to you, because you see black people doing it is out of the ordinary, because that's the reason why black people need to do businesses and do more things, because it's like they're not used to seeing black people succeeding or doing good. Like, it's always the negative they see.
Yeah.
And you can't always look at a person's skin color and hear what you hear and
But
be
look,
like,
that's
trying
what-
to be like, oh, Mexican and Spanish people ain't good. You can't look at all Spanish people like that. Yes, the cartel and all that, but
But
there's
that's what the
actually people
news
out here doing their
portrays.
job.
What you see, where you see that at? You
The
see
media.
it with the media.
Yeah.
They don't show you like all of the positive. They may touch on a few things like LeBron opening schools, like people doing positive stuff, like opening business. That's not what you see mostly of. You know what I mean?
And then they
there's a
have
lot
like
of that-
separate media, like one, you know what I'm saying, betray to be good, and one betray to be,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, blue media, red media. It's like crazy, yo. And the crazy shit is they like one channel above and below each other.
I think what Channel 9 and certain channels like that, that's only hood news. Like they ain't doing
I don't watch the
shit.
news, man. I'm be honest with you. I
Nah,
check it
yeah,
out
yeah.
once in a while, but sometimes it's too depressing, bro.
Yeah,
And they
like,
talk about shit that you don't even know is true or not.
yo, like for instance,
don't know
like
what to believe.
for the next topic, what's going on in Yonkers out there? You know what I'm saying? With the dude getting beat
Oh
up.
yeah, and I saw the video today. I mean, they said it happened early in the summer, but I think it was about like 30-year-old kid. He was going to they said he stopped to go to the bodega, and to get something to drink. He wasn't doing anything. Was minding his own business, and I guess there's these gangs or gang in Yonkers that had just been terrorizing people. Like they said, like 14 incidences. You know what I'm saying? But it was
No one know the reason.
huh?
The reason? What was the reason?
What for that kid?
Yeah.
Listen, unless there was something underlined, but like the police said, they were like, yo, the kid was just stopping to go to stop at the bodega to get something to drink. It was like a whole swarm, but they said they picked up like 14 of them.
How old was the kid?
Like around 30 years old,
Oh,
yeah.
I hope they catch all them motherfuckers.
They said, yo, they was hitting them like blows to the head that like, yo,
Yo, he's
he was
unconscious,
bleeding
on the
from
floor
the
getting
brain,
kicked.
and they knocked his teeth out. So
For no reason.
it's crazy.
And how old were the people who did it? There was kids.
They ranging from everywhere.
Yeah.
They said it was a group of people that's been doing it for a while, terrorizing the community.
Yeah.
So it
just
goes
seen
to
it on
show you
YouTube.
like that's why I don't like going to the city, because you got mental people that push you on the track, slice you on the face from you just standing there minding your fucking business. And New York has a lot of mental people, from the people you meet at the bus stop, train station, over here because DSS is around the corner. Like
Being
you run
black
into
in
a lot
America is rough, bro.
you run into a lot of that shit, and it's just like you feel bad, but then it's just like you can't trust a lot of people that's around you because some of them have mental issues.
Yeah.
Like,
You
that's
gotta
why I
worry
feel
about the
like
cops. You gotta worry about people in your own hood. It's like, yo, man, like
Not
where the
even that.
where you gotta go?
that Rico character in Paid in Full is a real person.
The who?
Rico.
Oh, from Payton, yeah.
Are you talking about with Denzel Washington?
Nah, Cameron.
Cameron.
Oh, Paid in
character-
Full.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
that
of
Cam-
I'm
that-
thinking
that
of
American Gangster.
Yeah.
That character
No, not
he
American
played is
Gangster.
real because
Yeah, it is American Gangster, right?
all
Nah,
men.
Paid in Full.
What was the one with Denzel?
Denzel was
American
American
Gangster.
It
Gangster.
wasn't okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm Paid in Full. What?
Paid in Full, Rico, that character, like, y'all making money together just because, you know what I'm saying, Mitch held back with the drugs and shit to connect. Cam character, you know what I'm saying, got a little greedy, said, fuck it, this ain't even my nigga. We made all this money together, you helped me out. And then
And he
boom,
took him out.
this nigga said, you got 14 bricks right there? Pop, didn't even think about it, and then snitched on the hood. So that's another thing.
But that's because he trusted him. You know what I'm saying? He was treating him like a brother, but in actuality, then it was like, nah.
That's a real fucking character.
Yeah.
Like that shit good. If you look at all these
grimy.
rappers, everybody has a story about one of them motherfuckers, cause is an occurrence that always happen. Like even with drugs, that's why older people need to tell young kids, like, you want to sell drugs, yeah, but this is what's gonna happen. Like accept it when you get caught, because you can't blame nobody but yourself because you decided to do it. Yes, there's no other way sometimes to make bread, but sometimes you gotta try to find that way. Like this is not for forever. This is for the moment. If you have to go that way, or try to look for other options, something. Because drug dealing, even down to Scarface, he lost his girl, his family, his life at the end, everything.
Cause of who?
Because of the drugs, that life, and the crazy thing, a lot of people look
And
at
the woman.
Scarface as a man.
Might have been greed.
Sosa was the man.
It might have been greed.
Sosa was the man.
Huh?
Sosa was the man.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even talk about that.
But a lot of their downfall,
Be themselves.
it be themselves, but it be also like the woman. Look at Heat. Yo, he stopped and he was trying to bounce with the girl, right? The girl kept pulling him back like, yo, yeah, we got such and such. He was like, nah, we got time. It was her. Scarface, he wanted to mess with what's his name? He took his girl. She ended up being a cokehead and all of that, and brought him down.
Yeah,
Yo,
like,
you got mad
so
shit like
polluted. Well, I was like, but that's the thing. Like when people watch that movie, because when I looked up the reason why that movie was made, it'll say Al Pacino even said it. That movie took a whole different direction. That movie didn't get famous till late night movies were playing that movie because they didn't really want to show it, and it was a long movie. They were saying they made it because to show you the downfall of a drug dealer. That's why they made it, and it actually did a reverse and made people actually want to sell drugs.
What about American Gangster?
American Gangster, to be honest, I feel like that was a story that a lot of people get confused too. This man did his thing, but like a lot of people saying he was a snitch.
Frank Lucas.
Yeah. I don't. I have my own opinion about it. It was just his family, the one that was getting high, that fucked everything up. I think the one that camped on
Yeah,
Common
Frank
Place.
Lucas. He wasn't no snitch.
Nah, it was his family members that did that shit.
Frank
That's what I'm
Lucas
saying,
was a
like-
snitch. Yeah, Frank
Nah,
Lucas
he did
was
his
a
time
snitch.
in there.
Nah, he snitched, bro. He brought everybody down.
I thought it was his cousin that was getting high. That
Yo, his
started
cousin
it
was
out.
getting high. He was getting high.
Nah, Frank Lucas
Yo.
snitched, man. You gotta go back and look at the movie.
I'ma
Frank
look.
Lucas snitched, bro.
On who? On who?
I can't listen. I'm letting you. When you
What?
said that he didn't snitch, I was sitting here, and then when he said when he was like, "Yo, he snitched," I was like, "Yeah, he did snitch."
I thought his cousin started it. I gotta watch it again. The
Yeah,
one
his
that
cousin
Common
messed
played.
up.
Yo,
Huh?
And that's why I thought it came down.
well, just go back and watch the
Alright.
movie. He ratted, man.
I seen that.
Frank
I seen
Lucas.
it.
He's from
Oh,
North
I know,
Carolina.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, he came to New York and he built the empire with his family. Brought his family all up here.
Yeah, his family, and then they started using coke and all of that, and being sloppy, and then that's when he cut him off, and then that's when he started. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if he snitched on the cartel. He might have snitched on the connect. He might have done that.
Nah, he was like
ratted.
He was like Rico. Yo, I'll give you a few niggas in
Nah.
down south, but as far as Harlem, I ain't giving no. That's what he said. Cause when I come home,
He said, "I'm gonna give you a
I'm
couple."
saying,
He said, "I'm gonna give you a couple of LA cats." You know,
I
nobody
give you
on
a couple
the
of
East
niggas in
Coast.
DC.
So I got
He
you on the
said,
West
As
Coast.
far as Harlem, nah. But yo, all right, I'm gonna watch that again. I'm gonna watch it again. You know, you always pick up something.
Yeah, especially
the second
when
and
you get a
third.
little old. That
Yeah.
shit came out. I was still in high school.
Yeah, nah, but that movie still.
That was one of the best performances, Denzel. You know, besides Paid in Full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah?
yo,
Nah, Glory. I'm sorry.
nah, you seen
Glory.
Flight? You seen Flight?
Yeah, so like.
Yeah,
When
nah,
nigga
that was
flew the
good. When
plane.
he getting high with
Yeah.
that white woman.
Yo,
That
movie
was yeah.
off the
Flight was
chain.
off the hook. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Flight was off the hook.
He
And
was
you know
flying a
something? When I
plane.
when I started watching Flight, I didn't know it was gonna be that good.
Yeah,
It was
but-
like,
oh,
wow.
John Q too.
Mhm.
Can't
Oh,
forget
yeah,
about
nah,
John
the-
Q.
the son was sick.
Just like when I saw the first Taken, I was like, oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, nah, for me it was Glory. That whole part where the dude whipped him when they were doing that Civil War shit.
Yeah, I didn't see Glory.
Threw his jacket off
I gotta
and
watch
I looked
that.
at the dude that had a problem with, and the dude's whipping him, and he just looking at
That's
him.
a slave movie.
It was basically a black company fighting the Civil War against the rebels down there in the South, and that shit happened. I was just looking at that movie like, damn, nigga, you really played that part. Nigga, tears started coming as the dude's whooping, and he just standing there doing his eyes like.
Yeah, he a beast.
And it's actually a true story, like.
His son is a beast too. I forgot his name. I know his last name's Washington.
Oh, his son?
Yeah, his son is a
I
beast
hope
too.
so. Shit, pass down that wealth. Shit. Word. Oh, yo. Where we at right now? We at 38 minutes, so we got 20.
Yeah,
I
yo.
wanted to ask you guys the whole situation with the baby getting canceled. How do y'all feel about that? Because of the homophobic remarks that he supposedly.
Yeah, I heard he made some, but I didn't know what remarks he made, but they was like
He said something along the lines like
about the LGBT.
about if you getting your dick sucked in the parking lot, basically shaming niggas. Like he must have seen something, but supposedly it's deeper than that, right?
I think Chris Brown tweeted something. He said, he said, perform, get your money, get off the stage, go home. Some shit like
Oh,
that.
the baby was
Like
trying
go
to
out and
talk, can't be-
perform, sing your songs, perform, get your money and go home. Tell everybody God bless, I love everybody, and just go home. Because once, you know what I'm saying? Like he probably didn't even really mean it the way, the way everybody's taking it. But they
Too late now.
They will cancel you, bro.
Yeah, that's it. They take
They
that
will
one
cancel
shit,
you, bro.
That one song, Levitating, with that one chick.
You go from up here to down here quick, bro.
Especially with them gay motherfuckers. They ain't playing. They coming at you. I ain't gonna lie. Because the one problem I have that's been happening with me, I post something about slavery, they take it down off my page. But when Gay Pride Week is going on, there's a bunch of motherfucking guys walking around, and the shit is on your feed, and you don't even following these pages of gay people with flags and assless chaps half naked. I'm like, get that out of here.
They ain't on my feed.
Get that out of here, I'm not doing that shit. Let a co-worker.
They know my feed.
Let a co-worker walk by me. And
Yo, what you
shit.
following?
Like, what you looking at? Like, nah, nigga.
Yo, what feed? Yo, Looney, what feed you on?
I'm sitting there like, and it keeps saying on the top as the feed post, Soulja Boy repost. Like, what? Like, no, I don't even follow him. Like, and it's like the more I keep blocking shit like that, the more they keep.
Listen, man, you just gotta accept what things are at this age. Now,
but I don't want to see that on my page.
Even if you have even if you feel a certain way, it's to each his own.
Yeah, no,
you know?
like if that's what you want to do,
that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do.
Cool,
that's.
But don't have that.
But
shit
you can't get
face.
mad with somebody because of what they want to do with their life. That's it, man.
Yeah, nah,
just don't try to force
You gotta
anything
change
on
that,
them, and don't let them try to force anything on you. You know.
Yeah,
we all at the end of the day, we all got like flaws. You know what I'm saying?
Like we all are men living our lives. That is not bothering me. But like when it comes time to me posting something, like okay, guidelines, I post something about.
But we know the system. That's the system,
and then the
bro.
problem is,
that's the
like,
system.
you allow
What's his
this,
name?
but don't allow me
Zuckerberg?
to speak some truth.
What's his name? Zuckerberg? It's the system, bro.
They try to listen. First of all, like when you talk, you already know these smartphones, right? You know these smartphones pick up stuff. You ever having a conversation, talking to somebody or whatever, then you go right in your phone and that shit just come
Pop
right
right
across.
on up, looking at you.
So whether you talking about like the gay, you know what I'm saying, then that shit's gonna pop up. It's like, yo, that shit is pushing like, yo, whether it's drugs, whether it's it's sex, is murder, whatever. Like that's what's gonna come across. You know what I'm saying? It's not by coincidence. You know what I'm saying? First piece of look, yo, there's settings on your phone where you could cut off the privacy, cut off the mic. Like, yo, even cameras in your house on your computer, when you have the webcam, you know what I'm saying? This is on
television.
Alexa, all of that shit that, you know what I'm saying? All these electronics. Yo, you just got to be careful. You could cut the privacy off, but that's most of the time when you see that stuff come across your feed, it's because either the conversation, maybe a search that you put in, it could be, any one of those things, why it comes across. You know what I mean? So
I just be like this. I see something I'm like, block, don't show me this no more. Block, because like I've been doing this thing where I've been getting a lot of bots on my friend requests. And this shit's getting annoying because it's always like a woman damn near half naked. I'm like, block, because there's somebody trying to get on your page. So when you post something, they're putting an advertisement like, how do you think I look? Or do you want Bitcoin or financing, this and that? It's like a bunch of dumb shit that be popping up. So I'm sitting there constantly just going through shit. But yeah, lately
It's just sad how
my ass.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's sad what you can do and what you can't do with the internet, man. You know, you don't really have control. All you do is download the app. You know, look how they kicked Farrakhan off. You know what I'm saying? For speaking his mind. But they'll keep two black dudes blowing each other brains out. You know what I'm saying? They'll show you every last bit of it and let you share it and keep sharing it over and over again.
Once you positive, you sharing information, or you trying to upbuild a certain community, especially being black. Look, they try to silence anybody like that. Rappers, look at KRS-One. You can't hear him teaching. Yo, you would think he's done.
A scholar.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna try to silence that.
Shit, look at Malcolm and Martin. Shit, anybody that try to actually go across that line, it's like, what's going on here? Like, Farrakhan, they stopped him. Larry Hoover, the guy from the whole Folk Nation, GD, everything, he could actually stop the war in Chicago if you let these certain people out. They have a bigger influence on these young kids that they stop them.
I disagree.
Speaking. You don't think so?
Back then, yeah, and it's a different era. I think now these kids, they so high and drunk, they don't give a fuck who you are. You know what I'm saying? They just ready to blow. You see how it is? They don't respect the OGs now. They used to.
They
gonna look at they'll come out here and they'll blow one of these OGs out, man. Like, get out of here, man. They already got 6 bodies, and you coming out here trying to talk some mess to me. But I think back in the day, what you say?
No, go ahead.
Back in the days, you know, we respect the old elders and people that was doing things that we wasn't supposed to be doing. You know, they used to guide us and show us the right way, but now it's a different era right now, man. These kids don't care. They starting off young.
I seen. I don't know how old they were. It was like they were adults though. It was women. They beat up this 67-year-old woman. Wasn't in Harlem? Like, yo, she was down. They was dragging her. Like,
but they was trying to rob her.
Yeah, I think she was on a walker, not a walker or something, but she was old. And then just grabbing a lady's head was down. Like, you see all of this.
Thirsty for a couple $100. You ain't even getting no real money.
Even if you get anything.
Yeah, what you getting? Even if you get a G, like, what do you, like, come on, yo. Like,
come on, man. That 67-year-old person ain't carrying no G.
You never know. They might just be going, they going to deposit.
I mean, I don't got cash.
They could have just,
they be going, you never know. They going straight to the bank.
Yeah. She might have been coming from bingo or something. I mean, I don't,
you know.
Yeah, they dragged y'all.
But that's sad, bro. That's sad.
They don't respect. They don't hold open doors. They don't do shit like that.
I honestly feel like a lot of it is
they don't have no code.
The code. There's no more listening to no OGs because they're gonna steer you down the wrong path. Because if they ain't doing shit, they're gonna take you to a spot where they're not doing shit. You gotta actually find your own path. Even though that path you're taking, nobody traveled down. You gotta build your own because I like to travel. I can go back to the hood and be looking at half the friends I grew up with and be like, yo, I went to Cuba. I went to Puerto Rico. I went over here. My girl went to Haiti. She did this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all they can say is, I've been to Miami. I've been over here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Explore. Do other things. Make your mind explore other than this trap where we're at right now. Like, once you do that, you're going to look around like, why do I want to stand in front of a fucking store? Like, every time I drive past a certain store on my block, before I get to my block, it's like, why y'all all standing up here not doing shit? Like, if I was the police, I'd be looking at y'all like, this is what y'all do?
But that was us, though.
Not like how they doing now.
Nah, that was us.
I'm like, I was outside. This pipe, out of that whole parking lot.
Nah, that was us. We was out.
Nah, this shit is, no. But y'all wasn't looking like no bums, though.
Nah, we wasn't looking like no bums.
Nah, we was fresh.
That's what I'm saying.
We was out.
But regardless, we was out. That's the thing. Not about clean or dirty. We was out, bro. I don't know. We was
these type of niggas nowadays.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm not saying it's right, but that was us. We was hanging out every day. That's all we did was hang in the street, man. Only time we went home was to sleep. That rhyme too, right? But only time we went home was to sleep. Now I'm rushing home. I'm taking naps and everything. I'm like an old man.
But that's comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's nothing like getting off of work, going home, jumping in the shower, kicking back, smoking a blunt. Like, yo, it's my spot. I don't got here shit.
Yeah,
I don't got to go out and deal with nobody else. I could just actually sit at home and just deal with myself. Watch TV.
But we didn't know that then when we was just running.
Yeah, or we was at each other's crib.
Whew.
Well, nah, but see, that's like
all day.
All day.
Yo, there was no phones and no internet.
We ain't need no phone. We was all together.
We be like, ski you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You guys had a whole other way of finding out who's who.
But check it.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, yo, you see how, you know P's number by heart?
Nah, I gotta be like P.
We knew each other's numbers by heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We calling the crib number from the payphone down the hill. Niggas used to call back to the payphone. Where you at? Yo, we down the hill. Like, that was it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, smartphones make you stupid, bro. I would know. I would know at least 10.
And they call them smartphones, right?
Yeah.
Now, it makes you stupid because there's sometimes at work I be sitting there. I'm like, damn, I know this fucking word, and I'm trying not to look at my phone to spell it out for me.
Right, you just like Google.
Cause
we had dictionaries.
On your phone, and that should be like, boop. Like as you're typing, the word pops up.
Dictionaries, encyclopedias, like whatever. Like now,
yeah, libraries.
Just got
Oh man,
you got a library card?
Shit, I can't even tell you the last time I was.
We had library cards.
The last time I was in one.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. Like,
shit, that's like times is different, but that's why I'm just like.
But it depends on how you use your smartphone too, though. You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's like everything else.
I try not to use it for everything. Like even at work now, I put it in the drawer and then I go off and do shit because like spelling certain shit, I'm like simple shit. The other day I had a problem spelling a simple ass word. like for instance, the dryer that you dry your clothes in and the dryer, the filter dryer, it's spelled different. I know how it's spelled, but I'm sitting there like, why I keep spelling like DRY? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's spelled a whole nother way, and it's like I looked on my phone, I'm like, you fucking dumb.
You read a lot, or you read stuff like that?
Like I just read stuff at either, like I'm guilty of it. I read stuff at work. And if I'm on the internet,
if you catch something that catches you.
I was telling him earlier, I'm the type of person, if I'm gonna read a book, I'm not gonna read it. I'm gonna have the auto playing, and I'm gonna go do something and listen.
Yeah, nothing's wrong with that. Like listening to a book,
but try reading a book with the auto.
Yeah, no, I try it, but like me, the way I am when it comes to shit like that, I have to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Or read like to get my focus on, because if not, I'm like sometimes when I have a conversation with somebody, my mind is somewhere else.
Now,
thinking about something else.
Now the reason a lot of the times is like this. Yo, we wake up in the morning, like our day. See, as we get older, yo, more of our time is spent trying to like, you know, make sure that we have like a roof and certain things. So when we get up in the morning, most of the time you in your car. You in your car, let's just say an hour to get to work, an hour to get back, or so, give or take. Then while you commuting, most of the time you in your car, dropping off your kids at school, picking them up, going to the supermarket. You know what I'm saying? Certain stuff like that. Besides working, now you at work. If you're at a job where you can put in your headphones and listen to an audio book, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Just for you to get the information. But it's also good too to read. You know what I'm saying? Because yo, that helps expand your vocabulary as well. You know what I'm saying? And then you see in certain words, like looking into the phone all of the time, like the font is so small. Yo, it kind of messes with your vision as well too. You know what I'm saying? And that lighting on the phone. So sometimes it's good to sit there.
You got so many pages you can just keep flipping to, and you know, throw you right off course.
You ever open a book and you start to read, and then you start yawning, you get tired?
Well, yeah, but like this is one thing. I hate talking about jail, but when I was locked up, right, there was nothing to do in it, and I found my girl bought me a crossword puzzle book. So when they gave it to me on a visit and they go through it, whatever, I get to take it back. I found when I was doing that shit and the way I was writing letters, I was writing like 2 or 3 letters a day, sending them shits out. Like, cause a lot of people didn't even know how to fucking write a letter. Writing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, write the address. You know what I'm saying? How to do it. And I was just the body. There, like,
they call it like the body of a letter.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm sitting there like, you don't even know how to do like the heading, the body, the paragraph, conclusion, all that shit.
Yeah, technical difficulties here, but we got it under
like
control.
yeah, like just doing certain shit like that. Even sending an email, most people don't know how to do that shit. Like, be like, yo, forward this to me. They're like, huh? Or CC this to me. Like, basically, you're typing in who you're sending it to, and you're CCing like. Yourself. I'm sending it to you too.
It's basically,
right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's self-explanatory.
Yeah, it's right there, and a lot of people look at you.
It's like
huh?
texting somebody. It tells you
like,
everything.
It's like, man, you could figure it out. Sometimes I gotta read shit over a couple times, but I'm gonna make sure I get it. If not,
and now with that job email, I got like 2 emails now. I got a job email and a regular email. So my shit is just like all the time, and it be a lot of BS, but you have to go through it.
Because so you're updated, and you know, like I didn't miss out on this shit, because that's a lot of that shit. Be like, oh, we sent the email out, we warned you, like.
Or like back in the days when texting first came out, I was like, this shit's retarded, man.
When you
fuck,
text
I'm gonna text somebody.
Phone,
when text why am I text somebody when I'm gonna just call and
we
tell
had we had beepers, man, pages like.
Yeah, that shit I never understood how you fucking. Cause I was getting pissed off with the flip phone dialing like.
Yo, you used to be able to send messages when you turn it upside down, or you could type like hello in the pager with certain numbers. You know what I'm saying?
I never.
And then they had an instant messenger where you call somebody and somebody would pick up and be like, "Hello," and you tell them, and then it'll read it out on the messenger.
You had one, right?
That was the instant messenger. But you had to pay like $30 a month, some shit like that back in the day.
Like.
That shit was
like
yeah, we come from the no cell phone era, from the Motorola's when they first came, the burnouts.
Nextels.
We come from the burnouts. Now that's before the chirps.
I'll put it to you like this. I bet you if you told a young kid right now, use this payphone, they probably look at you like.
You don't even see too many payphones
right now.
You
don't, but like I still know how to use one. But even then, like if that was you go to a rest stop and the car break down and you gotta use it, like they'll be looking at it like it's one of them fucking Telegram shits and they be sitting there tapping on.
Right.
Like,
and that's when you didn't have numbers, so you had to go to a payphone and you would know who you know what I'm saying?
Pull out your wallet, like, hold on, I got a phone book directory.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
You carried your black phone book. Yeah, you laugh.
Black book.
Yeah.
Word.
That's what we used to do. How you think it was done?
But that would make you more confident and build like what you're doing and aware what's going on. The phone kind of blinds you because like I don't know the city like that. Like for the job I do now, I have to learn. I think what is it like 36th Street and down.
So what you use?
Like I for Google.
Google Maps.
Yeah, Google Maps. It
Wait,
tells you like Midtown,
we had
Upper Town.
We had MapQuest.
Well, yeah, that was way before you had to print that shit out and all type of shit. That type of shit, nah.
Yo.
Like even at work, like I'm trying to learn, like, cause I really don't go to the city like that, but it's broken down Midtown, Uptown. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm getting used to people talking like that. So, but shit, you back in the day, I'd have been lost going to the city. Like, where the fuck am I at? Like, but shit, like that's why we have these conversations. Cause for y'all, I know it's different. You guys probably had to use more transportation than most people have to use today.
Shit, we used to walk.
Walk, ride
Bus.
a bike. But things were different back then. Like the
Dollar
ad,
vans.
Coney Island,
Dollar
stuff like
cabs.
They was really $1.
A dollar van.
It was a real dollar, not like yo, you taking a dollar van and they like $2.50 or I don't even know what they are.
I don't even know what the price
We
is.
used to hop out on the dollar vans,
Public
bro. Like,
transportation.
yo, we shit changed now.
Shit. Was it the Pakistani people doing the dollar cabs back then or
Nah, the Jamaicans.
Jamaicans?
Yeah.
Trinities.
Now.
Them Trinidadians, boy.
Yo, niggas
They
used
get
to
out and chase you.
Yo,
when
they used to have the ropes on the door, right?
you be stuck in the door. Because people used to hop out. They open the door, they used to be like, oh, they used to have the rope like, BAM!
Yeah.
For
That
$1,
shit,
man.
that was a
We wasn't even paying $1, man. We just hop out and run.
Yeah, I wish I was around for them days.
And the bus, at the bus stop, we used to hop on the back of the bus.
The back, the
When
outside.
the door,
Back.
we just wait there, and when the back door, somebody come
No,
out,
no.
we just go right
we
on
used
there
to
and sit
ride
down.
on the outside
Yeah,
of
we
the
done
back
that
of the
too.
bus.
Yeah.
You never did? Yo,
Hold
but
on
now
the-
they
hold
not
on
built
the
like that no
radiator
more. Yeah, you used to ride
Nah, but
outside.
that's the
And put
New
your feet
York
on the bumper.
experience. Like when I used to listen to Nas and everybody that was from New York, and they would explain that. That's how I look at it. But I was just young, so as I got older,
Shout out to Nas, King Disease,
that too. Yeah.
2.
I gotta hear that.
Yeah,
Too,
nah,
yo.
that shit, yo, that's,
I know he
that
rocking
corner,
with
that
Khaled.
store
Fire.
run- That store run is my favorite
He
right
got-
now.
Yeah, you
No,
got
what's
it.
that?
He
joint?
brings you to the project and you could just sit,
Hit Boy.
close your eyes and listen.
Yeah.
Him and Hit Boy came together and got some fire, some flames.
Yeah.
That goes
That's
to
actually
show
they
you,
over at some island.
New York,
Seen that shit.
to me, has the best music. Just because you could, everybody that comes from New York could actually close your eyes to and be like, boom, this new shit, everybody mumbling. I can't
The
understand
South,
what's going
too.
on. Like, what the fuck going on? No, that's like Scarface. You know what I'm saying? Like, Plies, I couldn't really understand him too much in his
Like
whole
Snoop?
shit. But yeah, like Snoop. But like Snoop said when he did that verse with DMX, he said, I couldn't play that still DRE. I think it was because he's like, a New York nigga wrote that. I think it was Jay-Z. So you know what I'm saying? Like that goes to show you, like yeah, some of these hits that be out there you don't even know. A New York motherfucker wrote it. Like that City Girl shit. Lil Yachty wrote all that shit. So when these bitches shaking their ass,
Lil Lil Yachty,
that
boy.
motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. I listened to that motherfucker. That
What's
Cold
that?
Minnesota, but once I
How that
found
song
out-
go?
Cold in Minnesota.
How that song go, Goonie?
Cold in Minnesota.
No, the what? How you sing it with that? It's like a nursery rhyme.
Which one?
Little Yachty, when his first song, that was a hit. You know, he just don't want to say it. It's like, no.
Something. I can't even remember. That's back when I was.
Listen, I can't sing it. I don't know what it is.
What he made right now?
I don't
Lil
know.
Yachty.
He made some fucking fingernail polish and he wrote the City Girl hits. So all that shit, these women shaking their ass too.
I ain't mad at him though. Shoot, he get money.
Nah, go do your thing. But
Got
don't
the
be
beads
talking
in his
about
hair,
you
you know?
pulling out on me with nail polish on. Fuck that.
He said they got beads in his head.
And he called himself a little tugboat.
Uh,
But yeah, man, we got less than a minute left. So before we end, I'm on the go. Next week, you already know we're gonna try to get some people in. Already, like just text us, email something. Let us know if you see somebody doing something, a topic, something that's going on in the community. Let me, Coop, P, let us know. And from here, go ahead, Coop. Let them know where you gonna be at and what you doing, where to find you at.
You can find me on Instagram at LexCoop104. Facebook, same thing. Yeah, we're gonna be here. Might have a guest next week. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he comes through. My man Rasul, an old childhood friend of ours and schoolmate of P. So
yeah, that's my brother right there. We're gonna try to get him out here to talk about life. You know, everybody have differences and how they look at life. And his perspective of life is very different. So hopefully we can get him out here and show some love to the
Yeah,
show.
facts.
Yeah,
I want to say shout out to Social Media House.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
already know. Follow, support, hit that bell, subscribe, and tell a friend, tell a friend. And it's time out, and we out.
We out.
salute.